Jordan missing the playoffs? Let's talk about that.
When was Jordan missing the playoffs?
I'm talking about in his prime. Not when he was a little baby Jordan.
Oh, okay. Like it didn't take him 10 years to win a championship. Like he wasn't getting bounced out in the early. He made the playoffs when he was like 32 and 47. And you gonna respect that?
Yeah.
You're making the playoffs with that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's respect.
Because he fucking dropped 6.
Because that's such a better record than the Lakers.
And
the East
Are
Conference.
you aware of his performance?
Did you know that? And lost when it said he was God disguised as niggas and lost.
He lost.
If he was God.
Oh shit. Okay. Let's pretend like that song never happened. We gonna pretend Drake never attempted to go.
Alright. Super Bowl. Alright.
Been a little minute.
Give me a minute. Let me get settled. Shit. Alright. What is good, people? We are back once again. You know what I'm saying? Location talk. Obviously. We've been out for a minute. But, you know, we just had Super Bowl. It was pretty good game. You know, a bit of a defensive struggle. Congratulations to the LA Rams. Good for you. You know, I guess money can buy happiness. Well, you know, there you go. No one seems to have a problem with this super team.
Well, let's get right into it because you know it's a little delayed reaction, but not too delayed. It was like a week or two ago. Just had the parade and stuff. Bengals got hosed. Okay, they got hosed. You know, I don't know if it was like better for the league. I don't know if they thought it was better for the league that the Rams won at their home stadium or Stafford. I don't know. I don't know what it was. But because before that second to the last drive, before the game-winning drive for the Rams, that was one of the most least penalized games I've seen throughout the whole playoffs. Because before that point, the games were all about refs. Like, oh, they did this, they made that call. Blah blah blah.
Like 2 penalties.
Yeah, it was. They were letting all of a sudden. They were letting They were letting people get mugged in the face masks, and all that.
Home cooking environment.
Now all of a sudden, when you see the Bengals finna put that bow tie on top. Flags coming out. Zach Wilson, that
was nonsense, bro.
You did not interfere him, bro. You did not interfere him, bro. You're not alone, bro. Like you did the best what a linebacker could do. That's textbook.
It wasn't expected for a linebacker to be able to cover him, and then you get home cooking, baby.
That's all
Southern hospitality
yeah.
on the West Coast, ridiculous.
That's all just what that was, and you know, Joe Burrow. I can't say they'll be back because we don't know. Mahomes hasn't been back since the last time. It's not easy, you know what I'm saying?
Mahomes has went several times within, 4 years starting or whatever. So, like,
okay, but
if anybody has a chance to be going back consistently, it's going to be him. But you got people like Josh Allen.
These are other guys that want,
Justin Herbert. You got a lot of little. I'm just saying, there's a lot of quarterbacks in that conference, so you know the road's going to be tough.
Deshaun Watson could be coming back to that conference as an active player. So the AFC is where it's at when it comes to quarterbacks. NFC, they're going to have to build up through the draft. Dak Prescott not holding down.
God. Here we go.
Now let's get to the Cowboys real quick.
Let's go ahead. Let's address,
bro. Like you know, there's changes on the horizon. Don't you feel? This last
what
quote,
change?
No. Did you hear what Jerry Jones said about Mike McCarthy said that quote? He was like, they asked him, unusual. Unusual. He said this is unusual. He knows. This nigga knows. He knows.
Fighting for his life.
He said it's unusual that they want Dan Quinn to stay so bad like that. It's unusual that they talking about Sean Payton. He acknowledging all that shit. This nigga already telling you he uncomfortable. What type of stuff is this, bro?
Jerry, you is not slick. You is trying to make people think that Dan Quinn was out here actively turning down jobs. Stop it. You're not fooling nobody. You're not fooling nobody.
He gave that man word of mouth. You'll have a drop in your table. Bro, come on. It was so obvious. And Dan Quinn dumb because you ain't telling me that Sean Payton within a year expressing interest, he ain't going to override him to get Sean Payton? Hell yeah. Because Dan Quinn, at the end of the day, he'll have your defense right, but he has shown in the big moment he doesn't make the smartest decisions.
At the end of the day,
28
the Dallas
28
Cowboys will remain the Dallas Cowboys. One, done. That's the best you're going to hope for. The last time they had meaningful success was when I was born. That was a long time ago.
Because we have our owner and GM has been wowed by Dak Prescott's rookie year. They hadn't got over it. They still got the blues, man. I'm telling you, they ride off that 13-3 when they was clicking. He ain't never been that since. He ain't ever been like that since that season.
Man,
when before people had tape on him. There's
a lot of problems with the Cowboys, and it ain't all Dak Prescott.
Ever since the league got tape on him, now listen, ever since the league got tape on him, this man has been struggling.
How much money is he
barely into the playoffs?
Wait. When he was making $800,000 a year, oh no, he's great. He's great. He's earning back the money that y'all couldn't give him in the very beginning.
I would like for Jerry this year's draft. It had to be first round, of course, the second round. I would say about a third round, draft a quarterback, put a little pressure, somebody that don't have too much hype, but still has enough hype that's like, okay, Dak, keep not coming up in these big situations. You gonna find your ass on that pine, on that motherfucking pine.
Yep. And Ezekiel Elliott is making a whole lot of money.
That's all it takes, bro. That's all it takes. Cause what took Romo was really finna step up when they drafted Dak. He felt a little heat. It was just the fucking
he knew he
injury.
Couldn't stay healthy.
The injury gave out on him.
Stay healthy.
Dak Prescott needs another, third round little GM to come in that training camp, slinging that bitch, getting everybody talking. I bet he step up then. We got to see.
Well, the NFC is really wide open right now because the main man himself, Mr. Thomas Edward Patrick Beatty Jr. has retired, people. Is the end of the GOAT's time in the NFL. I know Terrence is extremely happy. Go ahead, Terrence.
I'm happy.
Go ahead, Ron. Let him know how you feel about that.
I mean, he's the greatest. He's the GOAT. He's number one.
Unquestioned.
Joe Montana's it's an afterthought. That hasn't been a real debate for the GOAT in about at least 5 or 6 years at least. Yeah. So I feel like after the Atlanta Super Bowl, that's when it wrapped it up for me. I was like, well, this nigga really is a GOAT now. Yep. He's a GOAT. The game. I don't think the game will miss him as much as when LeBron leaves the NBA or something like that. Because
it's Brady fatigue. Brady fatigue.
All the quarter
getting there too much.
No, because LeBron's been here I'm just saying because it's a lot more people talent in position. Look all we just named all the quarterbacks that we got to look forward to. They were just the AFC. So the NFL gonna be all right. We ain't gonna miss him like I don't think people would think, but we'll never see another player like him. And
11 or 14 in championship games. 7 Super Bowls, more Super Bowls than any franchise.
I'm not gonna lie. What I always the only little taint that 07 year he didn't go. If he would have went perfect, man.
Yeah. I mean, David Tyree, Eli Manning admitted he just chucked the ball.
Yeah, Randy
God
Moss
was on their side.
That would have been named. That would have been the greatest team ever. That would have been. They would have labeled it the greatest team ever. Easily. Easily, bro. And I still think it was one of the greatest teams ever, but ain't nobody want to say it because they didn't win it all. And that's ridiculous. But I mean, that was one of the best games I ever saw. I still say to this day.
Oh, it was crazy.
One of the best games I ever saw.
Oh, this that one. Oh, we coming from West 7th to develop on this one.
My life,
but just continuing on with the quarterbacks and the NFC a little bit. I know we're wrapping up football talk, people, okay? Because we're about to transition completely to basketball and everything like that. That's going to be our main focus for
the guy, Russell Wilson, looked like he's putting on a pair of skates and trying to go out of town.
Where do you think he's going to try and end up?
I think he could end up. I don't know. That'll be hard for him to leave because I think that's going to be hard. I don't see him leaving by next year.
Not by next year. To Houston. Bring him on down to Houston.
No, he won't.
They're not gonna let Deshaun Watson play for him again.
I wouldn't mind the Dallas Cowboys entertaining him. I don't mind Dallas Cowboys entertaining Aaron Rodgers. I want my Dallas Cowboys entertaining Jimmy
You
Garoppolo.
really want Aaron Rodgers, who can't make it count in the playoffs? I mean, that run was a long time ago.
Put the little inner differences aside, the inner hate aside for 1 second. Be real about this. So you wouldn't take Aaron Rodgers over Dak Prescott? Stop playing.
No.
You wouldn't?
No, because he can't get it done. He can't get it done. At least there's still questions about Dak Prescott because he did come off of a career-threatening injury. He did have the calf injury, and you said that he's actually playing well until the calf injury.
Bro.
I mean, I'm just saying, this is what you said.
This man said
so,
Aaron Rodgers.
If we're going to say all that, then we can't sit here and turn around and say, oh, Aaron Rodgers is the savior. He's going to be the one to bring about the end of the drought and all the problems of the Dallas Cowboys. No, it's not going to happen. What has he been doing over in Green Bay the last decade or so? Absolutely nothing.
That's a first. Dak Prescott over Aaron Rodgers. I haven't heard that one by anybody. But there you go. There you go, right there. Aaron Rodgers will fucking... Okay, this...
Fraudulent.
The Cowboys are in the NFC Championship, at least, for Aaron Rodgers. They're in the NFC Championship game. He's proven he can get there. Hasn't he?
He ain't getting past there.
Okay, okay, you can say what you want.
He'll be 1-5 in there.
You can say what you want, but he can get there. And that's all you
I know.
Ask for.
First and goal at the 8-yard line with the money on the table, pushed to the center. What did he do? 3 and out. And you know what they didn't do? They didn't go for it on 4th down because Matt LaFleur knew that he didn't trust him.
Are you aware that they
didn't even make it past the 49ers?
No, okay.
As the number 1 seed. That was the wild card this year. Like, what are we talking about?
That was one of the worst weather games I've ever seen in my life. Okay, now, pause. I'm gonna say that, and then listen to this, niggas. Fucking, this is Lambeau. This is the North. This is North America. Okay, listen.
He wanted the home field advantage.
Look, everybody. This is Wisconsin. This is Green Bay, Wisconsin. Okay,
that's not where he plays.
Green Bay, Wisconsin in January. Snow coming down. Niggas can't feel their fingers. Like you. Look,
you calling him a liar because he's the one that said he wanted home field advantage.
I was telling people.
I'm sorry. I don't want to hear that. That's a West Coast team coming to kick your ass.
Fuck
and
that.
They did. They was a wild card.
Yeah, they should have been more used to the weather than San Francisco. But I don't give a fuck where you play it. Them niggas ain't from there. Bro, they just there at one little part of the year.
He's just been playing there for
he not used to that shit. He's from the Bay.
Oh my God.
And you finna see where he's gonna go. He might end up in San Francisco. He might end up in a Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I'll take Derek Carr with Dak Prescott. We were talking about that another day. But
you would take a Derek Carr.
Yes, hell yeah. Yes.
Tell me.
Yes.
Tell me why.
You see what Derek Prescott?
It's something to entertain. That's an interesting.
Derek Carr. Dak Prescott not taking that team Derek Carr took to the playoffs. Dak Prescott in the lottery. Okay, with that team. Derek Carr willed that team with they had nothing to play for, no fucking receivers, best receiver in the pen, motherfucking coach about to be in the pen, motherfucking nobody, ain't got nobody, bro. They ain't got nobody. He willed that team to the playoffs. That's a special quarterback. Joe Burrow willed his team. I want to see a quarterback will your team. I don't want to see a quarterback that need the best receivers, the best O-line, the best this to function. Dak Prescott has needed the best, a top 5 everything to succeed in the league, bro. Derek Carr has proven he can succeed with mediocre talent. He can succeed with who was that? He was okay. He had Darren Waller. He good, but he's still not he's not Travis Kelce. He's not no George Kittle. He ain't none of them niggas. Okay. Who's that wide out? Who was he throwing to? I forgot. He was throwing to some guy. He did pretty decent. Okay. Henry Renfro, little short guy. You can't depend on him to just be there, just to be that guy. Long story short, he has done more with less. No defense. Okay. They got a couple good impact players, but no defense overall. Dak Prescott had a fucking top 5 defense, top Hall of Famers, 2 Hall of Famers on the offensive line, one of the best receiver duos in all of the league, one of the best 2 punches in all of the league.
Are they?
I'm just saying, bro. You gotta show me something. You gotta show me. You gotta give me a playoff win with that.
But
You gotta give me a playoff win with that. And that's why I'll take Derek Carr over Dak Prescott. That's why I'll take Joe Burrow, Deshaun Watson, Josh Allen. You name it. The niggas get to the playoffs and winning the game. The niggas
well,
just
guess what?
No.
Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott for the near future, so don't even worry about it. All right.
Okay. Well,
don't even worry about it. You stuck with them.
Dak, you ain't all that. They should make it sure. Dak, you ain't get the Gildings, get the
It's not
Fruit
the
of the
Dak
Loom.
attack no more.
No, it's not. It's not. I see where he's headed with this song. Now, look, this.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, just when you. Oh, we going to basketball?
I mean, say your little last. Say your little eulogy, whatever you finna do, you know. But Dak is done. He's done.
Like I said,
Whack 'em.
The Dallas Cowboys already have the 4th best odds to win the Super Bowl, and the reason why you people are saddled with disappointment year after year is because you crown them. You crown them. They are who we thought they were. All right. That's how it's gonna be.
As of right now, I agree. They ain't what we thought. They ain't what we thought they was.
But as of now, we have shifted completely over to the NBA season, but also college basketball is going crazy. So, Rome, please enlighten us on the top contenders right now in college basketball. Get me back up to date, because now I'm about to hop in my damn self. But I need to kind of know what's been going on.
How about them Blue Devils? You already know what they talking about. Tyler Banchero. You know what I'm saying? They got some of the best guard play. Coach K last year, they playing hard. This is a very physical team. Coach K letting these guys, you can tell it's his last season. If you've been watching him, he letting them play. He letting them tussle, bustle. You know what I'm saying? Letting them, they diving for these balls and shit. You can tell they finna be that team. They finna be the players. I always say, I was Coach K. We played on the team. Coach K's last season, the greatest college basketball coach and one of the greatest basketball coaches ever. This coach, that's Mike Krzyzewski, okay?
Mike Krzyzewski.
You know what I mean? This Coach K. It's Coach K. All right.
True.
So
Legendary.
Before he got the Duke won shit. I don't know if y'all remember.
Do you think that he is retiring due to the little news that was coming out last summer?
No.
He's
retired because Roy Williams gone. Other people are gone. Other people leaving. What else does he got to prove?
I agree.
And college basketball has changed so much.
Yeah.
And he's not really the one and done type. He was one of the last big time programs to try to stay in the little, getting to keep the seniors. And you remember they was kind of one of the last ones to try to keep niggas staying, and they just couldn't keep up. And then they just flipped the switch. All right, we finna get the one and done like Kentucky, Kansas, and all that. It ain't the same like it used to be no more. So he like, well, I got 5. I'm the best of all time. The court named after me. Nobody's gonna beat me when it comes to legendary status. It's Coach K, an Olympic coach. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a point Brady get to, a point LeBron he ain't gonna never feel that accomplishment like type thing, like, but he'll get to the point where he'll feel like he wanna quit, and what he ain't he like 70 something, like come on man, like do something else. I know you wanna be practicing, tell them niggas doing suicide. Enjoy your life, man. Like enjoy your life. Go do some golf all year round. Like you got money saved up, enjoy it. I know that's the thing he loves, his passion. He wanted to keep up. You know what I'm saying? Just keep himself up. Something to do. Drive. Want to be home to wife. But now it's like he's seeing like, okay, I got to start thinking about like the last bit of my life. To be real, like it's the last bit of your life at that point. Like the last half of it. It's like let's it's time for him to start this focusing. Yeah, let's resting and relaxing. Can't be stressing out on the sideline, niggas losing to Miami and Florida State and shit. That shit start looking, you start feeling dumb. It's like, I'm over here about to pass out because we lose to Virginia Tech. I don't want 5 chips. I'm over here still one and dones and shit. Like, this shit changing. They not really getting the recruits like they used to get anyways either. So, the transition gonna be tough. That's gonna be one of the hardest ones, even harder than North Carolina and, John Calipari's not going nowhere no time soon, but that's going to be a tough transition too, Kentucky. But
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what's going to happen. I think they're going to keep it in-house.
So who's the biggest sleeper this year in terms of college basketball?
Like a leaper? What you mean? Like
No, just sleeper, like team that may come out the woodwork, you know, upset some people.
I don't know if
Actually has a legit shot, you think, an outside chance of winning the chip.
Howard type
University.
HBCU, yes. They have the number one recruit from last year in the country on their team. I don't remember he committed, changed the game. You know what I'm saying? They've been playing good. They've lost on like I think 3 or 4 games. You know what I'm saying? They've been playing a lot of good people, but you get in that tournament, that shit.
Well,
those are the guys you don't want to play at all. You know what I'm saying? They on a roll at that point. They used to winning.
For a deep run.
They with veterans. I think they could. And the team that I feel that's been ranked kind of all year, but people still ain't really been Houston, U of H, bro. They serious. They serious. You know what I'm saying? But I feel I should talk about disappointment this year. It hurts to talk about it because I respect the black coaches, and I was a big fan of him going there. Juwan Howard of Michigan. They were ranked top. They were preseason top 5. And right now they're on a bubble to even get in the tournament.
Hello.
And I just feel like Juwan Howard should have came into the season more prepared. Yeah. When I seen them play actually 3 or 4 times on TV this season, they don't hustle on defense. They get on offense and they just play iso ball. You know, that's a reflection of the coach. If y'all practicing a system and that's all y'all know, y'all gonna get in the game and start doing that and feeling that flow. Y'all not gonna be all this. You pass it to him, he try to score. You pass it. It's like he's trying to make them like an NBA team and they not that. And they're now looking up in a. Yeah. All right, Juwan, they had your ass.
He's gonna mess around and lose any other chance he has and get another coaching job.
Memphis is not doing up to standards like they're supposed to do. Penny Hardaway, these guys. See, when y'all getting y'all chance, North Carolina, Hibbert, he's not doing the best right now. These guys, they getting their chance. Brothers, they getting their chance. Y'all gotta come through and produce. And at the same time, these fan bases gotta be patient with them. It don't just be on this 1-year deal shit. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It's gonna take some time. Like they transition from these legendary coaches, Memphis,
but
North Carolina, Michigan.
In these classes, these teams are coming in for 1 year. They coming out. They're in and out. They ain't really trying to stay there long. So the turnaround can't take a super long time. I mean, let's be realistic about it.
But I feel it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out for them. And I feel like out of those 3, Michigan does have the most high ceiling to really start like going to Final Fours consistently, and they was doing it before he got there. With that other dude, he went to the NBA. It wasn't like they fired the other guy. Yeah. He was doing pretty good. He was doing so good. He like, fuck, I'm going to the NBA now. You know, we always wanted the Elite Eights, and they went to the championship one time. They didn't win, but they was going. They was always in the mix. So you got to keep up a standard now. It's not like you rebuild it. This ain't no rebuilding situation. This is a keep. I give you the keys. Keep driving this motherfucker.
The powers that be. And keep them where they at.
We gonna see about that. So you give me some opinions. On college basketball. Whatever you.
Well, due to my limited extent of watching the games thus far, I would say that I don't think there's really a clear-cut favorite at this point. There's a few teams that are still at the top of the pack, things like that. There's Baylor's and Gonzaga's will always be around, but I don't think there's any clear-cut favorites this year.
This is college basketball, man. You get in this tournament and then these teams
but I'm saying there wasn't quite so much parity, even a decade
That's why I feel like the tournament is a little bit too harsh.
UConn going back to back. It's hard.
That's
hard. That's a lot of games. And
you telling me all that hard work can go after just one game?
One-off game.
It's different if the regular season was shorter, but y'all got all these games regular season, then you get to the playoffs, you got one shot all of a sudden. Yeah. They gotta fix that. There's a lot of things college basketball gotta fix. Cause that's you telling me this Kansas team have one bad game and then it's like, okay, start again next year. That's why niggas don't want to come to college. It's like, why come? Like why not go to the G League? It's not respectable no more.
Well,
you can go anywhere.
You gotta pick your spot well, or at this point they just need to let people go straight into the league at this point.
And
if they're ready, they're ready. Like why hold them back? even in just the 1 year, in my opinion. I mean, there's always going to be kids that's going to college, but to develop more. But some kids are just ready, and you know who those are. But
I don't know. I just really expect. I expect college basketball to really just to save themselves. Like I watch it, it's still good. It's still good right now. But after a while, when they start seeing all these kids going to G League, after a while, all these kids gonna start latching on the elite guys and be like, okay, let's just go to the G League. And when it comes to the HBCUs, the sport where they have the biggest chance of breakthrough like that is basketball. I feel even more so than football because of the chances they have. You can be a national champion over a Division I school in the sport. You know, right. Howard, like fucking Prairie View can go off and win a championship over Duke and shit. Like they can't ever Prairie View can't ever play. You know, can win a game over Alabama to win a championship. So I feel like they got a HBCU need to focus on basketball too a lot more than what they have been, and try to get some of these coaches, some of these big time former players to come coach at some of these HBCUs and bring these up to light, and get some of these guys that can start coming there. They start dominating. At least these niggas can really win national championships and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean,
well, let's go ahead and switch on over to NBA.
Okay.
You know, the NBA is right here at the All-Star break currently. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow is actually the All-Star game. You know, yeah, it's just one thing after another. I mean, we can really start anywhere. Literally, like, what was it? Probably like a week ago now, the blockbuster trade happened with Ben Simmons, James Harden. The Lakers are doing horrible things, but nothing's been new on that front for quite a while now. Who else? Joel Embiid is going crazy and balling out. Giannis is going crazy, balling out. I mean,
Ja Morant is going.
Ja Morant, yeah, like he's legitly in. I mean, he's not. I wouldn't say he's in the top. He's like an outside chance for MVP, or he was at least. I think that Joel and Giannis have separated themselves.
Between Joel and I thought it's between Joel and LeBron right now.
I think LeBron doesn't. They don't have a high enough seed.
Yeah.
If they had a higher seed, then they would. I think he would be like the front runner if he could at least get him to like the 6th seed. But that's too difficult to do right now. But he is in the hunt for the scoring title. I mean, with Joel and Giannis, that is one thing that he's in the hunt for. And you're 19, but you know, hey, people don't care about that stuff. So let's go ahead and hop into the Lakers right quick, because since we're on them, you know, LeBron, he's been balling out, but at the end of the day, age is obviously showing with just him not being able to be an Iron Man yet. I don't think anybody could have foreseen. I mean, most people, even well before year 19, start having injury problems and all that. But for the majority of his career, it was relatively unscathed. But after like 1 year in LA, then these little injuries started happening, kept keeping him out, things like that. So that's what you're gonna get. He's 37 years old.
Boy, yeah,
he's 37 years old. No, hold on. We're gonna get to all that. We're gonna get to all that because Terrence got a whole lot of hate in his heart right now for some reason. But you know, whatever. It's like he just thinks he's a bum or something. But you know, Russell Westbrook is not all of the problems with the Lakers, clearly, but I do think he is a pretty big problem. I would have got rid of him at the trade deadline. The Lakers actually came out talking about that, they didn't want to pull the plug on this experiment, and they made the decision, so they're going to have to deal with it. Like, no, that's a dumbass mentality. But hey, if that's what you want to do, Lakers, that's what you want to do. Just, you know, kind of give up on the season. That's fine. Anthony Davis, I feel bad for him because he ain't really trying to get hurt, because what happened to him the other day was like kind of crazy. He's only going to be out, well, he may be out a month. Probably going to be more.
That nigga, y'all know he...
My goodness, dog. This nigga cannot stay healthy.
Y'all know he's going to be out for like at least 2 months.
I think at the end of the day, yeah, they got a championship out of him, but I would say overall that it's not been a success in terms of what they were expecting. They were expecting after that bubble championship that Anthony Davis was going to be the man, especially how he was playing in that playoffs. He has not been that consistently, even in the slightest. Okay, but LeBron's not dominating the game like he used to either. But what Rome is steaming about over here is that, you know, LeBron has confirmed that he would like to finish his career, wherever that may be, playing with his son, however long that's going to be. We don't know if he wants to play like a whole season or something that.
He said
I imagine
he said
it would
he's
just
going
be
to
a
the
low chunk
Sacramento
of the
Kings.
season.
Even if he, like, this, you can't respect this, man, after this. Now, like, you think Michael Jordan finna just go anywhere, I'm finna go anywhere my son, like, dude, grow up. You want to be compared.
So why did Michael Jordan go to the Wizards? He thought he was going to
win. Like, this nigga worry about that. Go to the playoffs right now. Like, you worry about where your son finna play. See, LeBron really exposing, like, how really some of his immature ways, I would say. You know what I'm saying? But
I just want to know exactly why that a decision like that makes him immature. Please, just kind of give me some type of reason why. Because, I mean, we don't say that about Ken Griffey playing with his son, Ken Griffey Jr., who turned out to be a future Hall of Famer. We don't know if Bronny's going to be that good. We don't know. But does that really matter? You're going to make history. You'll be like the first person to ever do that in NBA history. Why would you not want to at least do that for a minute?
I don't. I just feel like that'll be a little goose chase at the end of his career. It'll be some people will look back on like, they'll look worse than what Michael Jordan did with the Wizards. Like, they'll be like,
wow.
They'll be like, this boy, and especially if, how did he know Bronny finna be that good?
Creditless.
So
absolutely creditless.
What is Bronny, like a sophomore in high school? Like, how did LeBron know this dude finna be even decent like that, bro? To even start that quick, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It kind of seems fixed to me. Like, so you know already he finna be, you know, I don't know.
So you don't think that he's gonna make the NBA at all?
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Like, let him make it to graduation and prom and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. I don't know. You know,
okay.
Because I gotta see him play against college competition. You know, he can't go straight from high school. I know that much.
Okay,
so.
Well, he's gonna do it for what, one little season, and it's gonna be over. It's like, you know, a whole lot of people can show out in college and ain't doing a whole lot right now. Like, you know, I see
viral hoop mixtapes all day, every day, recent ones, and these guys are looking good. All these niggas looking just as good as Bronny, hopping out the gym, shooting, defense. So
hey,
he
no
ain't
one
doing
said
nothing.
It's gonna be easy.
He ain't doing nothing special or rare that I ain't been seeing all these years right now. So.
And that makes LeBron bogus. Somehow that makes LeBron bogus. But hey, that's the logic we're using, people. But
outside of that, the Lakers are done this season. They're not getting to the playoffs. And the experiment failed. They were too old. The young people they got are not like people that can take over a game. One of the best young players they got, they didn't plan on playing them, but they got to play him. They got to play his ass off now. Austin Reeves, you know, the guy saving their ass every night, and Malik Monk is on and off. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Trevor Ariza, does he even play? You know what I'm saying? What was the point of getting all these people? You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't get the name of them. These niggas ain't doing shit. That's why they the 10 seed. Every time you look up, they losing to the Pacers. They losing to the
had a good win against the Utah Jazz the other day. It was a good comeback.
Okay, every now and then, okay, well, they ain't gonna go 0-30 the rest of the season. They gonna win some games here and there.
Well, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
They ain't making nothing. They ain't making the play-ins.
Well, I don't see
probably
them.
Will make the play-in.
This is a massive failure, LeBron. Like how you gonna go to number? I understand you a low seed, but not in the playoffs.
So
come on now. When was Jordan missing the playoffs? Let's talk about that.
When was Jordan missing the playoffs?
I'm talking about in his prime. Not when he was a little baby Jordan.
Oh, okay. Like it didn't take him 10 years to win a championship. Like he wasn't getting bounced out in the early. He made the playoffs when he was like 32 and 47. And you gonna respect that?
Yeah.
You're making the playoffs with that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's respect.
Because he fucking dropped 6.
Because that's such a better record than the Lakers. And the East
Are
Conference.
you aware of his performance?
Did you know that? And lost. When they said he was God disguised as niggas and lost.
He lost.
If he was God disguised as niggas, why didn't he make the final
There was
shot?
the year he had no fucking body. His
Had to wait
smoking,
till Larry Bird and them got old. Till Magic and them got old. Like, everybody wasn't doing that. Like, what are we talking about? I know we have revisionist history when it comes to Jordan. It's okay. It's okay. He wasn't perfect, but, you know, he's like, you know, he's pretty good, you know. Widely recognized as
people have to fucking damn near whine to get an argument to get me convinced. To convince people LeBron is better than Michael Jordan. It just ain't happening.
Yeah, just, you know,
10
finals appearances.
Top five just ain't good enough.
Of all time.
Top five just not good enough for
gonna be top 5
people.
assists. You know, he's gonna blow him out the water.
It's so offensive.
Hey,
he the fourth best player of all time. How dare you say that?
Nothing. Well, no, like, what's the list? What's the list?
What you mean, what's the list?
Is he like not in the top 10? What is he?
He's top 5.
It seem like he's a bum.
He's top 5. Did you not hear me say top 5?
He's top 5.
You know how I said top 5.
Who's in front of him?
Which means in front of him? He's 3.
He's 3. Who's number 2?
Okay, Michael Jordan's 1.
Okay.
Number 2 is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay, so we don't give no respect to Magic?
He's in the nigga. Okay, that's 1 and 2.
Kareem won
Number 3, LeBron.
Kareem won 1 by himself.
Can I say my list? 1, Michael. 2, Kareem. 3, that fucking LeBron. Okay, there you go. He's number 3.
Is there the hate in his heart, people?
Is it
yeah,
like
there's no bias there?
Is that hard?
No,
like, okay,
there.
Number 4.
I don't know. I just wanted to see, you know, how just tell the people exactly how you feel.
Number 4,
about LeBron James, the nigga who dominated this era. Everybody wants to crown Kevin Durant, all this other stuff. He's such a great person to play with, and yet somehow people are coming and going from his teams, and he's only got 2 championships to show for it.
I've never argued him being a GOAT. I argue him being the best player.
Is he not the best player in the world? Is he not the best player in the world?
When healthy, yes, he is.
I mean, when healthy. Here's that a lot.
Okay, well, when LeBron's in the playoffs.
So we're not gonna treat him with the same level of respect as LeBron, right?
No,
because he's not the de facto GM of the Nets.
No, because
he didn't put that team together or nothing.
No, because
he's not responsible for them playing 16 games together, right? In a year and a half time.
Okay, can I tell you why I'm not gonna hold him accountable like LeBron?
Oh.
Because KD didn't come from a private high school to an NBA. KD wasn't on Sports Illustrated as the chosen one. KD didn't wear number 23. KD did fucking wasn't telling everybody and mama like acting like he owed everybody him something like.
All I'm saying, if you're the best player in the world, then why aren't you dominating the era?
KD didn't set the trend of joining super teams and leaving fucking hometowns high and dry. So KD,
he just followed it.
KD don't get compared to Michael Jordan all the time and Magic Johnson, okay? And no matter how good he is. Okay. Oh, well, he's
not that guy.
You're right. He's
the best player in the world.
He's not a top 5. He's not a top 5 player of all time. You're right. You're right. He's not a top 5 player of all time.
And there's a reason why you skip over people like Kobe. Rest in peace. Also, because you know, even with the 5 championships, he's not as good as LeBron. Right. LeBron's up there. You didn't
let me say my whole top 5. You let me say
LeBron was 3.
Okay, he was 3. Okay, 4 and 5. Do you want to hear that? 4 Magic Johnson, 5 Kobe Bryant. There's 3 Lakers. There's 4 Lakers in there. 4 Lakers.
All I'm saying is that Jordan's finals wasn't against a whole lot of Hall of Famers. Just put it like that. We could put a whole lot of respect on the rounds before, and you know y'all can respect it because he went 6-0, but that means that he was doing a whole lot of nothing all them other years. Okay, we leave it right there. But hey, losing in the finals is worse than losing before you get to the finals. I gotta remember that for next time. But
I told my teacher I'm about my watch because I was retarded. I started screaming
Yes, you are. Retarded motherfucker.
That's gonna do it for the Lakers and the Jordan LeBron debate. It always gets like this, people. You already know we gotta banter. We gotta go back and forth on that one. But there's a whole lot more NBA news going on, man. And you know, let's get into James Harden, Ben Simmons, KD, Kyrie, all that. So what do you say about the reports that came out that there was a cold war going on between KD and James Harden that was making everyone miserable for months? What do you say about that, Sir Rome?
I can't blame James Harden for the decision, and this is why. Number one, Philly is where he wanted to be in the beginning. We was hearing that. Number two, when he was thinking Kyrie, KD, and him.
Mm-hmm.
Home, away, Canada, Mexico, it don't matter. They all playing if healthy.
Anywhere, China.
Not happening. Can't play in Brooklyn. Can't even play at home.
And if they happen to play in Toronto, they can't play there either.
And I stopped there. I feel like it was as simple as really the Kyrie thing was a main factor. That was a main factor. He wasn't tripping off, went to Brooklyn like whatever, like fuck it, I'm about to get this easy ring. James didn't want to. He didn't sign up to be the guy all the pressure was on again. You know what I'm saying? He went there to just contribute and just blend in. Now he found himself in a situation I'm like, damn, it was all on me again. KD hurt, Kyrie can barely play. Now this is Houston Rockets all over again. That's why he all of a sudden hamstring hurt. Now he can't play. Then all of a sudden the next time he played, this nigga in red and blue in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
So make it make sense. What do you think about it?
Well, I think that the Sixers may have actually won this trade. Now, I know that it seems to a lot of people like they got fleeced. And some would say so because I didn't expect that they would have to give up that much, including James Harden, to get Ben Simmons, especially when, Ben Simmons hadn't played all year. The last time we saw him, we don't even know if he's right in his dome. So to sit here and act like he's going to come back 100%, going to ball out for y'all, I don't know about that. We're going to see. He looks confident in his press conferences. I don't really know about none of that, though. But when you got James Harden and Joel Embiid, I think that their games may actually mesh up decent because James Harden showed that he can be more of a playmaker. He can be more of a facilitator. I think he's aware that at this juncture in his career, he's not the number one option. Joel Embiid's playing like an MVP, and he knows that. So he's going to feed the beast, and he's going to fill in spots when Joel comes out the game, and he's going to take over when necessary and lead the shock troops when Joel isn't in the game either. So when I think you got that pick and roll combo, I think it's going to be a recipe for success. But to hear that KD is such a great leader that he was having a cold war between him and debatably his second best player, that's nonsense. If this was LeBron James, we would be killing him. And reports also said that the only reason why they let go of James Harden was because KD gave the okay. Now he said that James wasn't giving ish to this team. Like, what do you say about that?
But
he's scot-free. It's all on Kyrie. KD don't seem to have a problem with what Kyrie's doing.
Well, as for KD just needs to get back on the court, get healthy, and I think KD's all about, in his mind, he's just like, I just need one of the two. In his mind, he's thinking, I need one of the two. He got Seth Curry now, got Ben Simmons, help facilitate, play defense. They already got a lot of depth on the bench. Patty Mills.
It could work.
They in the mix in the East. They're in the mix.
I think Ben Simmons is just more of a question mark than people are willing to say. But, that's up for debate on that one. That's up for debate. I just think that this whole experiment that they did with the Nets felt worse than anything, because at least the Lakers have gotten a championship out of what they got, and they might blow it up here soon, but the Nets can say nothing about how they got a championship, because you can't tell me when they were saying those the three greatest offensive players that have been assembled in NBA history that they were going to expect to play 16 games together. I don't think anybody was expecting that.
That was a big flop. It was a big flop.
But a lot of other people are like going ham in the NBA right now. Giannis is going in. Joel Embiid is going in. He's the front runner in the MVP race. Ja Morant, he's also in the mix. Things like that. Luka Doncic, maybe having a little surge here after the All-Star break. Just wait.
The Mavericks are coming along.
So,
they got Spencer Dinwiddie now, and
someone to watch out for. So, I think that there's this MVP race is going to be going for quite a while. I think it's going to wrap up.